Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So in today's episode, it is the last episode of the TT. So whatever happens today, no more TT for now. And the reason why is we need to start the new project car and get that underway. But before we get started, I've got one thing to say to you. 66% of you are watching this and you're not subscribers. So you need to subscribe now. Come on, press the button. I'll wait for you while you're doing it. That's it. Just below the screen, press that button. Well done. Good. Right, let's get on with it. So today we're gonna get the engine started. That's the first priority. Get this engine started, then get all the slam panel radiators, the air conditioning radiator. We're gonna get it all into the car, and then hopefully we'll get the bumper back together. If we get that all up together, then that's good. But if not, we'll revisit it at a later date. There are some other mods that we need to do in the car, but we really do need to start the new project. So next week will be the new project. In the meantime, let's take a look at the TT. Okay, so we're back on the Mark 1 TT. So today, the idea is to get this car started. So we're going to put the leads back in. We're going to put the get all the spark plugs back together. We've got this trim to fit back in instead of putting the high the blanket, and this should be much better actually. This is for the Mark 2 TT, a popular conversion. We've got a new air filter to fit in. In fact, we've got an induction filter to fit in, so you'll see that shortly. And then the battery, and we should be able to get this car started. So lots to do today. No point wasting time. Let's crack on with it. So first of all, let's start off with this, which is gonna be fiddly, but we're gonna get it done. Right, so we've got this in. Bit of a pig of a job. You've got to strip all the old tape off, otherwise it's really impossible to get in. And even with the tape stripped off, it's still quite challenging, but it's in. We've got our earth strap here. And if you're wondering what this is the shield for the Mark 2 GTI, Mark 2 Audi TT. You can get these from Audi, they're about £12. I got this from Awesome GTI online, 12 quid, delivered in a couple of days. It's a genuine one, they just keep them in stock, but as you can see, it fits really well on the Mark 1 TT, and it really tidies up that wiring and the heat shield, which really looks unsightly, if you know what I mean. Right, let's get the coil packs now in place, plug those up, and then see how it looks. So, what do you think? I think that looks rather good, if you don't ask me, say so, if I don't say so myself. I really like the way that this sits, and it just looks so much neater than the fold over, wrap over heat shield. Anyway, I want to say thank you to one of my subscribers, Mr. Scott Smith. If you're listening, Scott, you were the only one who mentioned this cable, what I said was missing. And he said, is it the oil cooler temperature plug? And indeed it is. And there it is down there somewhere. There it is. That plug down there with my fingers pointing, that is where that plugs in. So I can plug that in. So well done, Scott. Nice one. Right, okay, so let's continue. I've got to put the mount now for the charge pipe. That's the metal charge pipe, which I have painted black just to keep the black and red theme going. I was going to polish it, but in the end I decided to just go black, and in the future if I decide that I want to polish it because I think it will work, then we'll do that, but we'll see how the black goes for now. So we'll put this bracket back into place, and then we will then get on with the pipe work below here. Right, so that tray is now in, so we just need to put the pipe in. Let me show you what we've done with the pipe. So we have given it a general spray of black. It's just standard black, nothing special about it, but we will deal with it at a later date. At the moment, just want it black because it's better than the off grey that was coming to pieces. Right, so the next thing that we're going to deal with is the battery box. So we've cleaned up this area here, we've attached our gear levers. They're all now nicely attached and all lubricated up, which is good. And you notice that we've given the gearbox a bit of a paint as well. That helps us to identify any oil leaks in the future. Right, so we're going to put the battery box in, which we've cleaned up, and then we'll be in a position to put the battery in, I think, or almost. We got, now before we put the battery in, we're going to get the airbox in next, because that's the next one.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
Right, it's air filter time, and if you know me, you know I like to do things a little different to everybody else. While everybody goes for their K&N filters, I like to go for brands that people don't really know about, and this is such a brand, Radiator. It is a well-known brand, and they make some fantastic stuff for the TT. This is not a sponsored video. I have purchased this and paid for it. And this is the kit. So basically you get a heat shield that mounts the air filter in place, and then you get a cone filter along with all the clips etc that comes with it. It's a red cone, and that's one of the reasons why I went with it, because it continues the theme. And as you can see, it's also got a little funnel in there, so it's a decent filter. And we'll fit on a car now, so let's go and do that.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
Yep, engine is really coming along nicely now. So now we have the battery in place. I've not attached the battery yet, and we've got our air filter. This is slightly high, but it's okay, we are clearing everything. So next I think we're going to put our charge pipe on, and then we're going to put our radiator and our new condenser that we've got.
For the record.
Okay, charge pipe is in. That's all good. It's looking all right. We've connected up the battery and everything is connected as it should. So now we just need to fire it up and see if she starts. So let's go and do that now and see what the results are. Well, the good news is she fired up, and that's great to see. The bad news, and it's not really bad news, but it was running a little rough, a little lumpy, like it was misfiring on one. So I'm going to put my VCDS on there and see what's happening. But the main thing is it's firing up, and everything looks good, and I'm happy with that. So we can go on to the next stage, which is to connect up the radiator and of course the new condenser. So let's get on and do that then. Right, radiator time. So here's our original radiator, but we do have a brand new radiator for our air conditioning. If you remember, our previous one was damaged and the bottle here was also damaged, so we've got a brand new radiator, and we've also got the reservoir for the coolant to go into as well, the R134 gas. So we need to reassemble that and then get this all together. And then in here we've got some washers that go over, that replace the ones that came with the kit, but I've actually got some new washers as well. So anyway, let's get this assembled and then we can start to put that in the slam panel. Right, so we almost came a cropper there. As I was putting this back on, I realized that I had one of these screws missing that basically bolts the unit together. But what I've done is I've actually found a screw, exactly the same thread, but it's got a nut on the top. And what I've done is I've put another nut on there with a thread on there, and that way I can continue to do that. It is exactly the same. The thread works perfectly and it will lock down as well. Also, these are the washers, the rubber seals that came with it. I'm going to put this purple one on. I've got a kit here of seals. It's always handy to have these, and that's going to create a better seal, because when I put that one on and then placed it on here, it just didn't seem tight enough. And although it's supposed to stop the gas from leaking out, so it needs to be tight. You can't just clamp it down and hope it's going to be it's going to do the job. It needs to be a pretty snug fit. So we'll put that on instead, and then we'll clamp that up with this bolt here, and we should be able to continue.
For the record.
Okay, it's in and it's on. I had to put another bolt in there because the one that came with it didn't fit. Rubbish. But anyway, got a new one in and that's on. And this is on nice and tight. So that's a good seal. Right, let's get this in that. And if you're wondering what this box is, it's the box for the new car. A whole load of bits in there. Right, let's get on to this. Right, so that's the radiator done. Now this pipe here, I'm suspecting that this is the source of the leak. You can see this joint here, and this rubber gasket is just turning around like that, and I suspect this is perished, and that's the reason why all the R134 gases come out. And this end here, again, there was just a little bit of green around here, but again you can see that's really loose, so we're going to replace those before we fit them on the car, and that way we ensure that that doesn't happen again. Right, so let's do that. Okay, so now it's time to get this fitted on there. So there's going to be a little bit of a balancing act, but we're going to get it on. We're almost finished now. Right, we are almost there now. So we've got one of the headlights in. I just decided to pull that in there. We've got all the pipe work down here all connected up, all the air conditioning all done and dusted. Did that from underneath. We got all our cables down below all done and dusted as well. Just got this headlight to put in, then we're ready to put the front bumper on, and then that will connect that up. Now I am going to attach a front bumper, but once I get that on, we're pretty much going to end this video because the rest of it is straightforward stuff. Yeah, so let's get the headlight on, get the front bumper on, and then I think we'll be pretty much done. Okay, so front grille time. So we've got front bumper, just giving that a bit of a clean. Front grille we have sprayed gloss black, and I'm now giving it a coat of lacquer, and that's going to really make it pop out and look better than the faded one that was in there before. So once that dries, we'll stick them in, and then that will be it, added to the car. And there we have it. It's not the finished object. There's still some stuff to do, but we've been going on with this car for quite some time now. So I've just filled her up with some coolant using the vacuum fill. Yes, that is higher than what it should do, but it will pump some more water and that level will come down. But pretty much the engine bay is now done, and we're pretty satisfied. I'm going to be putting the shielding back in, but I'll do that off camera because this video is long enough. And so that is it for the TT, and you will see some more of this, because what I want to do is actually enjoy the car now since it's warming up. Don't want the car to be in pieces for the whole of the summer. So we'll be coming back and forth to this car over the next few months when we've got additional jobs that need to be done. Now we need to focus though on our new car. Okay, so that is it. The TT is now almost finished. I will take it for a test drive at some point over the next week, but it's time to enjoy it now with the weather being so good, although it's going to be cold next week, I think. But anyway, we need to start the new project, as I said at the beginning of this video, and watch out for Instagram, because I will be dropping some clues during the week and see if you can figure out what it is. What I can say to you is that it is a first for the UK scene, for the UK salvage team. No one has ever done this type of car on the UK salvage channels. I know that because I have checked. So, and there's a good reason why no one's done it as well, but you'll find out next week. Don't forget to subscribe down here. And if you're one of the 65% now, because 1% of you who were watching this, who were part of the 66, have now pressed a button, press that button. And we will see you next week. Have a good one.